Hello, YouTube. So I've kind of found that anxiety, this is basically going to be part of anxiety. You're constantly, as a parent, not just parenting your child, but with anxiety, you're parenting yourself. So it's like a, calm down, mommy. Everything's okay. He's just checking it out. Okay, he might fall. If he falls, it's all right. I know that the biggest thing that I grew up with, and the reason I think I have anxiety so dramatically, is that I didn't even give a lot of attention to my own emotions as a child. And I think even a boy especially, that's very important. You're not supposed to baby them, you're supposed to acknowledge them. So with anxiety, it's the same thing. You have to acknowledge that you're afraid of something, or acknowledge that you're stressed and worried about something, or to recognize if it's even depression. So with anxiety, it can stem from all different places. Like, lately, my pain's been out of control. Like, I have new pain in my hand, I have new pain in my back, MRIs, new doctors, all kinds of stuff is going on. That's not this video, another video. But with all that, there's anxiety. Even to meet with the doctors, there's anxiety. And it's like, are you talking? Are you a talking boy? Did a talking boy? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Look at him standing up so strong, Mr. Timothy's, and then the big babies. The babies. Do you see yourself? Yep, he's pretty tall. Yes. So, like I said, it's been a new experience as a parent. I would have to say that I'm trying really hard to distinguish, is my worry or concern me, or is my worry or concern my son? Just being a mom, you know? So, recently, well, I'll put this into this video. I think that even with anxiety, you can be a victim to manipulators and sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists, a lot of these kind of people, because I truly do believe, upon further research and just accepting the fact that, yes, I was conned by an idiot. You can't really know when you're a loving person. When you have anxiety, you worry, but the only way to get into a relationship and deal with the relationship is to actually accept that there are things that are probably not being seen. So when you accept that, and you know that you can only do you, you can only be strong for you, everything else will fall into place. Wrongs will be made right by just reality and time. So the things I can't control, that's hard with anxiety, because you're kind of a control freak by natural believing that you can control life. The only thing I really can control is me and the way that I respond to a lot of stuff. So I've kind of chosen the high road recently, where it's like everything to do with the situations that stress me out, whether it's my son's father or the people he associates with, or my future fear of what the hell that is going to explain for my son. Oh boy. All of those things I have zero answers to right now. The only thing I can do is be the best mother I can possibly be and let my son develop. Let my son extend his vocal cords. Be okay with hurting himself and learning how to explore this world. Like, I think the biggest thing is you don't want to shelter someone, and you definitely don't want to sugarcoat. And I believe that as a child, like, the parents are there to provide all the nurturing, all the safety. Do you want to come sit with mommy? I think he does. Hold on. Okay. Again, sorry for the pause. I think that since my son is now 8 months old and I've had this experience of just kind of crash coursing it, I really do believe that with anxiety, it does make parenting hard, but it makes life hard in general. I mean, I think the biggest thing is, it's like everything. In a relationship, in life, in friends, you have to have a foundation to be a very good mom. So, or a person in general, let's just say. You have to have your foundation already set. So it's like, I keep thinking that as long as I continue to focus on what's very important in my son's life, like family and good, solid foundation of friends that will be there for him for decades, and, you know, I can reach out too. But again, with anxiety, you kind of have this thing in your head where you're like, am I setting myself up for disaster? Am I on a train ride straight into hell, you know? So, like, good deeds are paved, or, good deeds, how does it go? Paved with intentions? I can't remember what the thing is. All good deeds lead to hell or something like that. I don't know. It's something weird. I am at a place in my life where I'm trying really, really, really hard to breathe. To accept that that's like, when I really look at perspective and I'm like, what do I need to change my life right now? I really think the biggest thing I'm learning as a mother and as a person is boundaries. And that's like the biggest thing I can suggest for anybody out there who's watching, who has anxiety and is a mother. Single mother, with a man, whatever. With a monkey. Doesn't even matter what you with. But it does matter how you respond to your anxiety. So, I've used antidepressants off and on in my life, and I would say the main thing is it's like, the long-term effect doesn't really help me, and the short-term effect is such a hit or miss, and I know how to manage my own stress because of the fact that I've dealt with it so very long in my life. I think if I hadn't lost my mom at such a young age, I do believe my insecurities wouldn't be as strong. It's just that everybody needs a guide, and that's my point, is that as a parent, even if you're broken or you're not exactly perfect, you have something to offer your child, which is honesty and examples. So, like, with anxiety, I don't want my son to develop the same habits that I did, which were panic. I don't know if I deal with post-traumatic. I really do feel like I do, because of a lot of flashback shit that's constant in my life, and I'm kind of in the process of going to find out, like, what else needs to be done for dealing with my anxiety, because it absolutely destroys my life. So I don't have a lot of trust anymore for relationships because my anxiety is shot, let's put it that way. But having friendships and believing that, you know, be true to yourself and just put yourself out there, I really can and will and always will do that. But to try to find a replacement for my son's father, or try to rush in to find that kind of egotistical love, is a joke. And I don't feel like it does anything but feed anxiety and give you more stress. So that's another very important point to say, that, you know, if you have anxiety, I would be very choosy about who you devote your time and energy to. If you're a parent, I think devote it all into your children, because it's a reflection of you. So if you're disconnected from your child, if you're not, how do I put this? If you are wasting your energy on other people, it will affect your children. Maybe you think it's not affecting them right now, but believe me, it will. It will teach them that that's okay. You're just second priority. And being a parent, only 8 months. My son is 8 months old. I feel like just with pregnancy, like, if you can nurture that thing that's inside of you, that absolute amazing creation that's inside of you, a split of you. Like, I think about it all the time when he's around me. I'm just like, wow, you know, this is generationally going to be moving around the earth when I'm gone. Like, my soul is a part of this little man, and his father too. And it's just like, that is absolutely incredible. Like, how could nobody sit back and just take beauty upon that? I mean, it really is what it is. Like, having a child now, I look at it as, yes, it's a blessing, but that's such a cliche way of saying it. Let me just say, it is very much a blessing, but I think it's it makes you reflect on everything you might have not reflected on while you were single. Like, you really do pay attention to the fabric of life, let's put it that way, and how you reflect on your children. Like,